Camera A. Green, on. Good morning, chili dogs. What you focus on grows. Feed them horses. We got 3 more pots coming your guys' way, so I'm going to get over there in just a second. I don't have them spinning this time, but... Green, off. We're going to get over there. Camera C. Camera C. Turn that off. Pottery shelf. Camera B. Push this down. Right down to the bottom. Again, pulling this up ever so slightly. Starting to tear in that middle, but we don't freak out. We just let it be. Camera A. Camera A. Bring that up to the top, tilt that over. Somebody says vase, question mark? Nah, we're making trees today. And it's gonna tear a little bit in that middle. You can already see where that base is right there. It's getting a little bit wobbly. Get some water on there. Camera B. Have that hand, that right hand is right where that's wobbling, right? Get that down a little bit. Grab your hammer fist coming right down over top. Have that locked in. I'll show you guys in a second. Look where this hand's at. 3/3. I have thirds here. The first third, that's where I keep that hand. I don't have it, I don't lose my wrist. This isn't arm wrestling. Don't lose your wrist, right guys? Keep that wrist right up on this third here. Then when you slowly pull back, you're bringing all that off-centered clay right around, and it's gonna funnel right into this hand, which is gonna keep everything right on center. And that's how you center the clay, right? And look where my elbow's at, guys. Look where my elbow's at. It's right into my hip bone here. If you can't do that, if you're too big, set it on your leg, right? If you're really thin and you can't reach, maybe your arms are shorter and you can't reach your hip bone, set it right in front of your torso. Use your body weight, right guys? Check if there's any rabbits. No rabbits. Is it dry in there? If it's dry, you can't have the tadpoles dry out. Have your fingers hooked in there. And I always think of it, imagine this is a cake, right? It's 3 layers of a cake. These top 2 layers, all this thickness, you don't want to push that. Be like a water jet cutter, cut through it, right? So I'm using the very tips of my fingers here, and I'm cutting through that base. It should feel like butter I left out overnight, right? Right down, smooth out that base. Sometimes if you get any stuff folded up right in the inside here, get that off. We don't want that because when we go to pull, it's gonna be right in our way. There we go. So look at that. I got some of that right off my finger. There we go. Little clay booger there. All right. Next up, you guys know what's happening next. What's up, guys? Llama's here. Llama's gonna bite right down on this rim. Camera B. And I'm slowly gonna bring this up. And we know what llamas love, guys. Llamas just absolutely adore volcanoes. So you're gonna get into volcano mode. There we go. Right down, finger on this bottom. You ask the clay, hey clay, I need a quest. The clay will always give you a quest, so it'll give you this little bump. And you're slowly gonna walk this bump upwards. There's gonna be a point, guys, when you're gonna be pulling this up, you're gonna see it wiggle a little bit. Don't freak out, maintain that bump all the way to the top, right? Maybe slow down as you get to those points too. But don't freak out, keep that tension. Have the determination to, even when things look scary, that you keep pushing forward, right? And there you go, you're at the top. And so that's the height pole, right? That's the height pole. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Get these even out here, right? And this is a pretty tall one, so we're gonna actually twist this one down. We're gonna hold that, lift that twist up. The twist is now gonna be the anchor point. Give it a little shake and a shimmy. Get some water on our fingers, get some water on this interior here. And we can slowly hook our fingers and walk this out. It's a little bit thin, so this one might tear on the top, but I'm not gonna freak out. I'm gonna let it be. Kiss that rim. Tree number 1's done, guys. Whenever you're doing the tendrils, the key for the tendrils is touch them as little as possible. And usually they look like they're growing out of the bottom of the form, right? Okay. Circle this up. Nice. Okay, curl these in. Again, one more. Or maybe this one, we're just gonna leave this one curled over to the side. Alright, pop these little bumps up there. I feel like I gotta do 2 more there. And we're done. So there's number 1. Hello. I'm telling you, you don't want to eat the clay. Ooh, barely caught that one, guys. Alright, here we go, guys. Camera B. Want to make smaller trees. It wouldn't collapse faster. Wouldn't it collapse faster when it's bigger? Yeah, but I don't want to. I get 6 trees out of each bag of clay, right? So I don't mind if they fall. I don't mind if that happens, right? So for me, it's all about how do you define those failures in your own work, right? And so I think that's a really hard step to, like, I don't know, take when you're making things, because you don't want to just make a bunch of crap, right? But for me, a bunch of crap is necessary for you to get the stuff that looks really cool. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. I really believe that. Why would it be rude? You're all good. I've only been doing pottery for probably 4.5 years, right? I have a foot pedal, right? That's my thing. Can't be dry in there. Add some water. Cut across that bottom like it's butter you left out. And it should feel easy to move. Do they get sold out? I don't sell any of my pots. Alright, here we go. Grab your llama. Ooh, ooh. Bite right on that rim. Camera B. Llamas love volcanoes, guys. So we're gonna bring it into a volcano here. Right? I'm thin on the top still, so I'm gonna color that back in. And I'm a little bit uneven on this bottom, so watch what I do here. It's gonna get a little bit wobbly, but I'm gonna still finish off the pole here. Get some water on the inside. Maybe get some water right down my elbow. Push down. And I'm gonna go slow on the base. Define this bump. I'm just gonna walk that up. Right, it's that slug trying to get his next meal. And watch, people call this a pole, but for me, guys, it's always more of a lift. You can see where it's thin, it's gonna get a little bit wobbly on that top, but I'm not freaking out. I'm gonna just finish off that pole there, right? And there we go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, Make it even on this top. It's gonna be a tall collapse. Define that just a little bit. Get ready. Have some water on the interior. It's thin here too, so I can't push it too much outwards, but just enough to define that bump. Slowly walk that up. Get ready. Kiss that rim. And there we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 9. Oh, 9 sucks though. We're gonna do the petals, but since it's 9, it's uneven, so we're actually gonna force a petal here when there shouldn't be one, so it's not gonna be perfectly even. But there are the petals on the bottom. You can see one of them's a little bit off, right? So sometimes they look cool, right? So like for me, like this one's actually not too bad. I will probably keep this one that totally fell over. You'll see I have other ones that kind of fall in weird and wacky ways, and I'll keep those ones, right? I don't really get rid of all of them. Sometimes though they look terrible, right? But other times these ones that we think are mistakes actually hold value. They're just an unpursued value, right? And that's why we label them as mistakes. Even in mistakes, you can find parts of it that aren't really mistakes, but in that particular piece they are, right? You have to have the thing that fills your soul, fills that void of value that you're looking for, right? Even if it doesn't get you money right now, you gotta keep attacking it relentlessly. Here we go. This one's going on a journey, guys. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get this one. Oh, there we go. Camera B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll make a bump right above that bump on the bottom there. Come on. Oh, come on. I couldn't get it. There we go. Someone said turn the top out. I tried to, but it wouldn't, it was gonna keep collapsing if I tried to totally flip it out. That twist wasn't enough tension, but instead I tried to use the tendrils on the top to give it a direction. So trying to take advantage of that moment that was difficult, right? That moment that wasn't really working a minute ago, and trying to do something with it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 3, 4. Petals on the bottom there. And I think we had to do petals on the bottom just because we did tendrils on the top there, right? Pull that out. Look at that. We're gonna have this one right in this front and center for us here, guys. We just gotta shake that down so it doesn't tip over. We can tilt this out. No, I totally agree. It shouldn't look like it was made by a machine, right? I feel like so many potters, look up hashtag pottery, everybody's trying to make things that could be slip casted or made by a machine. Green, on. Boom. Didn't work. Hold on, let me try that again. Let me charge some more energy. Green, on. There we go. Didn't have enough energy on that first one. Anyway, over here we had one where I was trying to pull out the top, guys, and it didn't end up working. This is the one that I just finished. And why did I do these little tendrils on the top? Because when I was pulling it out, one side dipped down too much and it kept falling over, so I couldn't totally bring that out. So it had this like looming unintentionality to it, right? And so I'm trying to bring that back with those tendrils on that top, trying to bring something in that just to lift it up and make it a little bit more interesting and intentional on that top. Did some petals on the bottom. We got the one right behind me. Hold on. We got this one right here, guys. So this one right here, it totally fell. This is probably going to be the best one of the day, but it fell. But in a way that's not totally deplorable, right? Like when I see this, I think of a tree fallen in the woods, right? And there's something about that rim now acting as a framing device for the spiral that's happening on the interior, like right over there. And then there's almost like this little window that you can see through to see the arc of the tree not fully falling over. I think that's kind of beautiful in some ways, right? And then we're gonna go right up to the top. This is the most mundane one of the day. Nothing, I'm a little bit thin on the top, so I didn't get to bring out as much as I'd like to. I did just a normal petal on the top, but I always say you gotta have the mundane to highlight the extraordinary. Thank you so much for watching. All the best in strong mentality.